SEC is completing it. Once more, Michael Saylor purchases. And is XRP prepared for a meteoric rise? In some way. Hi there, lovely individuals. Moneymakers, shalom. We have a lot to discuss about the upcoming Bitcoin breaking of 108,000 XRP. We have a lot to discuss. The US-China negotiations have not yet been updated. What will happen to the market, which is still somewhat swaying like a pendulum? All is well, though, so far. Today's markets are doing well. Therefore, all I want is that you smile at me, send me positive energy, and hit the like button. As they say at the Institution of BS, obtaining at least 2,000 likes on this video is the only way for the value of XRP Bitcoin to increase. That's the way it is. I believe that's what the folks at the BS Institution informed me. Wink, wink. There is, of course, no connection between the two. It doesn't operate that way. In light of this, XRP is currently trading at $2.30 sasas, up 1.5% for the day. The current price of Bitcoin is 108,214. The sell-off that we experienced on Thursday has essentially been consumed. The market has been getting a little bit of a boost here ever since we broke past the resistance level at 106,455. XRP is equivalent. Got rejected back to the 1348 EMA after going higher. The yellow line is visible here, and it then broke past the obstacle once more. And it appears like we are moving in the direction indicated by the yellow line and arrow. At the conclusion, I share my thoughts about another YouTuber. We'll discuss his thoughts and whether or not that is feasible. You can always tell when this one is up if we go and look here. My wife claims that I produce enough gas on my own, so I don't need it, even if Mary doesn't possess any of this clay, which is my favorite. I only wanted to make that joke, nothing more. But what can we do because it smells the worst? However, it's up once more. There is a slight push toward memes, such as SPX, WIF, and others. Therefore, it will be intriguing to watch what transpires over the next few hours. Is there any movement? If the market believes that the CPI report on Wednesday will be positive, anything that comes out of the China-US talks could cause a rise before the actual report. People buy in anticipation of that, don't they? So far today, the movement is positive. The final roundtable of the SEC Crypto Task Group is taking place today. It will be fascinating to see whether there are any nuggets, but I can't live stream it because, I don't know if you heard, my kids are currently in the background. That result from that, and this is the final one. Following these roundtables, we'll see what changes the SEC plans to implement based on the roundtables and what they learn from the industry and the crypto community, as well as how they can improve. It's an extremely significant positive move on the part of the SEC. At 105,426, Michael Saylor and Strategy have paid another $100 million for another 1,000 Bitcoin. In reality, the cost basis is currently $70,000 per Bitcoin. Because they continue to purchase at these higher levels, their cost basis rises in tandem with Bitcoin's continued rise. If he keeps buying and Bitcoin keeps rising, it will be interesting to see what the cost basis will be in 5 years or so. Is it going to be 200, 300, 400, or 500? This explains how high Bitcoin can rise. However, he sticks to his plan and keeps buying notwithstanding. So fascinating. Additionally, we opened a Bitcoin gap for the CME. We've seen that difference widen for the first time in a couple weeks. Therefore, we must be on the lookout for that as well. We have a tiny gap here even though the gap did not occur and was not closed. Therefore, it will be interesting to see if that gap has truly closed, or if we still have it open since this gap has never closed. Are we establishing a new pattern? You could conclude that there is still a chance for Bitcoin to return to 92,000 if it does close. Although it doesn't feel that way right now, we didn't think we would close this gap after running up to 109 and 110. It nearly reached 77,000. That being said, I'm not ruling anything out. I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know. I provide you with every option so you may be as informed as possible. Therefore, I will never provide you financial advice or advise you to buy, sell, or hold. Always conduct your own research before making an investment. What will happen with the market is unknown to me. I have no idea what Trump will say. I have no idea what he will do. What will the CPI print look like? Furthermore, that is crucial. Additionally, keep in mind that I will never message you on social media to ask you to send me money or join up for anything. They are con artists. Be extremely cautious out there, please. For 4 weeks in a row, Bitcoin has successfully retested the high resistance of the 104,400 reaccumulation range as a new support. In an attempt to go back into price discovery, Bitcoin is bouncing back from this new support base. As you can see, Bitcoin is able to maintain its position above the red line on this weekly chart. For 4 weeks, and in the upcoming weeks of June and July, there may be a breakout here. Many individuals are speculating that the breakout might occur at this time. People speculated that it would occur in February or March, but it never did. People are now speculating that they will take place between June and August. Does it occur? Perhaps. Will it happen for sure? No one is aware. All right, that's crucial to keep in mind once more. Japanese businesses are embracing Bitcoin in large quantities. By August 2025, Jasmine fashion giant, an app, hopes to hold 1,000 Bitcoin after converting 11.5 billion yen into the cryptocurrency. Mass adoption is rapidly expanding. Every single time we watch a new video, we notice another company, and another, and another. Additionally, they're merely hoarding as much Bitcoin as they can, and retail may eventually be priced out. Perhaps there won't be enough for everyone. Naturally, that implies the possibility of shortage, which could result in a sharp increase in price, don't you think? And then Ethereum was like, I want to call it the black sheep. There might be a push for Ethereum here. However, the ETF was attractive, isn't it? And the Ethereum ETF has experienced a lot of inflows lately. With inflows at 837, it recently reached 15 days in a row. Even last week, when the market was cooling off, 296 came in. 10% of all cryptocurrency AUM investment funds are Ethereum. Will this continue? Will Ethereum's recovery continue at this point? Once more, if XRP ETFs are allowed by the SEC, this offers them some hope that, even if they start out with a slightly volatile XRP price, they will eventually succeed as investors grow accustomed to them and begin using XRP. Here you can observe how XRP and Ripple are still dominating the market. The UAE's Ripple XRP greenlight for cryptocurrency services and payments. Additionally, the advertisement is already available here in Arabic, English, and English in the United Arab Emirates. I continue to believe that the UAE will be the center of cryptocurrency in the Middle East, Asia, Africa, and Europe. That's going to be the center of everything. After that, the US might be the place where the major developments in the cryptocurrency business begin to take place. I'm not sure if it will be Palo Alto. Therefore, it will be fascinating to observe how that develops. Additionally, we are witnessing an increasing number of influencers and discussions around XRP's potential and its possible parabolic rise. This is the 1-week chart when it breaks out here. As you can see, the range has the ability to increase to roughly 3.8 with a pop of roughly 65 to 70%. I am aware that some commenters are saying, well, that's not enough. I want XRP to increase by 10x, 50x, and so forth. We must keep in mind that without stablecoin tether, XRP is the 3rd largest cryptocurrency. And only price action, a substantial market rally, is required for that to occur. Therefore, it is possible that XRP will make a breakthrough here and provide us with a nice return quickly.